Seder night is the only time we make a blessing on a broken piece of bread, a broken piece of matzah. This is an anomaly. We never do that. Every Shabbat we have 2 full loaves called lechem mishneh. Every yontif we have it. It's a special din. It's a law in Jewish law, exactly like it was when we came out of Egypt and in the desert, and there were 2 loaves waiting on an Erev Shabbos. Why only on Pesach do we make a bracha, a blessing, on a broken piece of matzah? One broken and one complete. Because the mitzvah of alachilat matzah, eating matzah, not only captures the completeness of the redemption, but the brokenness of the servitude and of the exile. We didn't only come out of Egypt triumphant and going to freedom on our way to Sinai and to Israel. We also lost so many people. We had almost 100 years of terrible slavery. There was so much pain, so much brokenness, so much suffering. It's for that reason that the verse clearly says that it's called the bread of affliction, lechem oni. In fact, how do we start the Seder? Ha lachma anya. This is the bread of affliction, the bread of poor people, the bread of people who are taken captive and hostage for 100 years, the bread of people who were so broken, had nothing to eat other than a stale half piece of pizza and of matzah. That's what we ate in Egypt, and it's that what we remember. And based on this, the Talmud says, and it's brought in Jewish law, that we have to make the bracha of alachilat matzah, eating matzah, not only in one full piece, but after we break the afikomen, alachilat matzah, we eat the broken piece called matzah prusa, because we are broken and we are complete. Perhaps the thing that I've spoken about the most this year is how one can be broken and complete at the same time. Complete for the salvation and the so many blessings of gratitude that we have, but also broken with the loss of our dear son Daniel, and a hostage, and still 59 hostages, 24 alive, including Matan Angris in our tank, and others deceased of the 35 hostages who are deceased, and they are still, who would believe in a modern state of Israel, taken from their homes and on the border, are still there 18 months later. Who would have believed? Because you see, life is not only complete with salvation, it is also broken. And I want to end and say that it is incredible that the ha lachma anya, the bread of affliction, the broken piece of matzah, is the very same matzah of salvation. Matzah zol shuma. Why do we eat this matzah? Because this was the bread that we ate. It didn't have time to rise as we left Egypt. It's also the bread not only of servitude and slavery, but the bread of freedom and salvation. It's the very same bread, the pain and the inui and the suffering which we bring out with us and turn into salvation. And that is the great hope of the Jewish people, that our pain and suffering will turn into hopeful salvation. That's the story of Jewish history. Yes, they try and do it in every generation, try to destroy us today, but we overcome. We have a state of Israel. And yes, there was terrible challenge and 1,200 people killed in horrific things a year and a half ago, but we did manage to fight back with tremendous spirit and bring the majority of our hostages home. And still so much to do and so much evil of Hamas to rid ourselves of the world. And as we eat the matzah this year, let's bring the brokenness and the prayer for the tears of those who are still there, to bring them out of slavery and back to their family, and salvation for all and salvation for the Jewish people. We defeated Pharaoh then, and we will defeat the Pharaohs, Hamas, Iran of today. Chag Sameach.